Hi, my name is mreuban with metric number 137102 and I am from LHP456 Group 5. My topic today is Next Gen Human. Is Charles Darwin wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, what is evolution? In biology, evolution is the change in the characteristics of a species over several generations and relies on the process of natural selection. But what is natural selection? Well, Charles Darwin stated that individuals with characteristics best suited to the environment are more likely to survive than those less suited. Hence, these individuals are more likely to reproduce and pass their genes on to their children. So, in layman terms, the strong survive and the weak wither and die. A good example would be in a scenario where if I put you anywhere in the Arctic region, you would not be able to adapt or survive, unlike the Eskimos themselves. This is because generations after generations, Eskimo offsprings have developed much thicker skin and body hair to be well suited for their environment. If, perchance, you do survive in the Arctic region and your generation reproduces continually, your predecessors will naturally have thicker skin and body hair. That is, if the genome for evolutions are there. If not, your lineage would die off quite easily. This is natural selection's concept based on Charles Darwin's theory. But what if I gave your lineage a fighting chance to be on equal footing with the natives in Arctic? What if we can produce next generation humans that could survive anywhere? Is Charles Darwin actually wrong about evolution? Simple answer is yes, he is wrong. And the complicated answer is he wasn't 100% wrong or right. This is because humans are still naturally evolving due to natural selections of diet and environment. A good example would be a study conducted by Cornell University scientists that vegetarian diets are permanently shaping the human genome to increase the individual's risk of cancer and heart disease. Moreover, our brains have shrunk over the span of 30,000 years. It doesn't mean we are dumber, it means our brains has evolved to be rewiring itself to work faster but to take up less room. Its concept is similar to a computer chip. The smaller they are, the more powerful and efficient they are. So, Charles Darwin wasn't 100% wrong. You see, in his defense, he could not have predicted the technological power we have now. No one could have predicted it. But his mistake in the theory of evolution was he failed to take into account of any technology at all. See, technology is the driving force for human evolution since the year 2000. And you actually might be the next first generation of our next gen. Don't believe me? Let's do this test. Take your dominant hand out. Okay, hold your pinky out. Do you see a curvature insert here? Okay, if you can't see it, try feeling if you have a curvature or hollow space on the inside of your pinky that you could actually put something on top of. If any of this is true, then congratulations, you are the next gen of the first gen. Okay, this is caused by us using or holding our smartphones like this on a daily basis. See, for us, it's temporary, but for our future generation, this thing might be permanent. Because smartphones aren't going anywhere until another Steve Jobs appears that can build a smartphone into our brain. Other than that, humans are now retaining their median artery. See, the median artery is the main vessel that supplies blood to the human hand when first formed in the mother's womb, but it's replaced by two other arteries when are adults. But many people now retain their median artery for their whole life in addition to the other two arteries. This is because humans are interacting more with computers, which require more functionality with their hands and fingers. So the median artery promotes better blood flow to not just the hands and fingers, but the entire arm as well. So those of you who work on computers a lot, your future generation will have that extra power in their arms. Okay. Other proven anatomical variations due to the technology is the congenital absence of the third molar, or commonly known as the wisdom tooth. See, this is happening over time because we've learned how to use fire, process our food, and not eat raw hard meat a lot more thanks to technological advancements in the food sector. So, throughout time, our jaws actually evolved to be shorter, hence leaving not much room or use for wisdom teeth. Now, an honorable mention would be modern medications. Long-term side effects of modern medications is that our next generation either become more immune or completely immune to inherited diseases like asthma, diabetes, and non-inherited diseases like Lassa fever and malaria. Now, these are acceptable changes in evolution, but what happens when humans start playing God? Well, humans have already started actually. CRISPR, or called CRISPR, is a powerful gene editing tool which is cheap and easy to deploy. It's like Photoshop but for DNA. All of this was only theoretically possible, and due to moral ethics, it was left as it is, a theory. That is, until one day, scientists from China decided to experiment on human embryos in 2015. Albeit facing much criticism and sparking a global outcry, it didn't stop them. And in October 2018, a set of twins were actually born in a Chinese hospital. These twins were not babies conceived in natural ways, but instead were conceived using in vitro fertilization and were also genetically modified by a scientist named Dr. He Jiankui. Immediately after being born, the babies were taken to an undisclosed facility, and till date, there has not been any claims or details about it. So what happened to them? I guess we'll never know. But what does this mean to human evolution? After further prodding and research on CRISPR, these are the things that I found out. Okay, you can choose what your child would look like, ranging from hair, eye, skin color to height, build, and immune structures using CRISPR. Now, can you imagine what it would be like if humans could easily get access to this technology? Oprah Winfrey would be like, "You get a blue-eyed baby, you get a blonde baby, you get a Brad Pitt baby" on her shows, and I cannot imagine it. But with this technology, humans can actually evolve to become immune to incurable diseases like AIDS and cancer. And I don't think we are far off from that goal if the scientists in China were actually successful with the twins. See, another example of humans playing God is the use of artificial limbs and prosthetics. Artificial intelligence or AI is vastly being implemented and integrated with prosthetics. We've come so far from just movable prosthetics. Now prosthetics have AI that can learn pattern of your walk or hand movement, which helps imitate the real thing. This way, you can say goodbye to limbs, walks, or awkward hand positions in your prosthetic limbs. What amazes me more is that how these AIs are now integrated with our nervous system and makes the prosthetic limb sensitive to touch. This means prosthetic limb now can feel texture, heat, and cold, weight of objects. These many advancements on prosthetic scientists are now working on integrating AI chips into organs to help in recovery and healing. Imagine a chipset that can actually help paralyzed humans to live a normal life. Seems far-fetched now, but 10 years back, the idea of having touch-sensitive prosthetics were also unachievable. So, to the pessimists out there, wait till Arnold Schwarzenegger actually turns into a real Terminator in this future with these prosthetics and AI just to come back and prove you wrong. Jokes aside, I believe the line between humans and technology are slowly fading away. And the evolution of next-gen humans are already upon us. You know, it's sooner than later, especially with the world moving towards a digital world and e-economic due to COVID-19 global pandemic. So, question is, if you had a chance to become the next-gen human, would you take that leap of faith or will you stand against it? Thank you.